We hope you enjoy the podcast.
Sometimes art is prophetic, and sometimes I don't know how to offset it. The words too authentic to constantly do what I do and augment it. Y'all talk a big game, can't tell if y'all meant it. If seconds turns to minutes, the ticking will tell all. Will you hold firm or steadily fall? Will you conform with the ways of the world? Or will you give the world everything that you are? Make them fuckers move around you, kinda like sound do. Break out of everything that they had you bound to. You got knocked down, ho, get ready for round two. It's round two. Get ready for round two. Come back, run rap, run laps around these cats, jump back, kiss myself, still keeping me intact. Weird and black, they for that, hold up, steer it back. Weird and black, they revere that, yup, you hear that?
Turnstile, switch it up. Young nigga raised hard, he learned not to give a fuck. Young nigga came far, still never give enough. Coming with the flavor, listen so she lick it up. Bust down, stick it up, I put it down, so pick it up. Scud town, saviors, done some till he shift to Musk. Stench so stank that the shit compare soft to us. Crud so dank, make your face much dripping, cuz club go shake when the bass get to hitting ya. They ain't really hearing us, but they gon' feel something when the way is paved clear enough. I don't fear nothing but the fate is God's real or not. Well, fuck it, got the world in my hands, and that's real enough. Fuck it, got the world in my hands, gold forms to touch. Might just spend it all one time to give it all to us. Yeah, give it all to us.
Yeah. This that hip-hop body, rock, hardcore, karate, chop, neo-Nazi, nasty, not feel it in my chest. How could you wear that name? Must be automatic shame, he's an automatic lame, heard it from the best. Fresh flow, let's go, plus I got a lot of heart. It's necessary when you dabble in this art. Grab canvas, paint picture, use them acrylics, paint a picture so vivid, the people gotta feel it like the kava. Lyrics bear fruit like guava, words spilling out of my brain like lava. Spills out the top of a volcano, and they know that A-Right is not the one to play no. I'm Kano in Mortal Kombat, cause the lyrics like blades. Aim it at your jugular when I'm on stage. Until you heard me spit, homie, you ain't heard rage. On another chapter, so turn a turn. Okay, got that out my system. A-Right on another planet, dog, you must have missed them. When I do it how I do it's of my own volition. Go make my destination even in the worst condition. My crew's the Blues Brothers, cause you know we on a mission. Eternity of roses I make bumping in your system. I mean banging in it, I'm still hanging in it. I got a gang of wisdom, I got a gang of rhythms, I got a lot of soul. I found the pot of gold, I'm wrapping that shit up, gon' sell it to the globe. I got some game to give them, they don't really want, but they really need it. And I want you to succeed, I want you to be free. I want you to remove every obstacle from being what you truly wanna be. I truly wanna see, and I can only lead by example. So here's a sample from me, so get up.
Welcome back, folks. Welcome back to your favorite show on the internet. This is After Further Review, episode 128. I am your co-host, Jalen Brown.
Our other wonderful co-host, Shaquille Brown.
And I'm your co-host, Malin. I'm neither loved nor hated, so
That's your
that's
goat
me.
people.
There's no goats.
And I'm your other great
way to bring
co-host,
that up.
all the way from Colombia, Lester.
There you go.
And our special guest for the first half this week, we have Mr. Morgan Brown on the show. Shout out to Morgan.
One of the OGs.
Yes. How you doing?
Yes.
Good.
We are happy to have you back after a long hiatus from the show.
KD.
It's almost been as long as the last time that the Washington franchises won a Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Been a minute.
A comparable amount of time right there. Gentlemen, we should open up the show how we usually do. 2 weeks in a row of not exactly a shot, but
That's because we're moving up.
yes.
We
Old
got some.
fashions.
We got some smoked old fashions here.
Louis.
And for the 14th straight week, we know that Nestor is drinking Doers. And also,
No, I'm not. Yeah, I am.
Drinking.
Yeah. And for the other 14th straight week, every time we have a guest on the show, they're drinking water. So, but you know what?
We got to keep that streak alive at this point.
Do we really, though? Okay.
I feel like we'd be doing a disservice if somebody broke that.
Everyone's on us on
Morgan, how you been, man?
I'm good. Just working.
There you go.
That's the grind, my
Good
friends.
to see you, buddy.
Right. So, if you are just listening to the show and don't know that we do stream the show live every Wednesday night at 9:30, if you click the first link down in your podcast description, you'll be taken to the YouTube version of this episode. Click subscribe, and that way you can be notified when we're about to go live, just in case you somehow forget every Wednesday night, because we know you ain't got nothing else going on and you're just waiting on our show every week. So, yeah, you can weigh in the live chat. You can join the likes of G Money. You can conversate with us as it's happening. And yeah, vice versa. If you just want to listen to the show, you can click the first link in the YouTube description and you'll be taken to your favorite podcast platform. So be sure to check us out Wednesday night, 9:30 p.m. Eastern time. With that being said, let's hop into the first topic of this week's show. We are going to give our NFL teams a grade for how they did in free agency this year. Obviously, free agency is still wide open, but a lot of the major moves have already happened at this point. It's been about a week. So, yeah, we're going to give everybody a letter grade. Just to people at home, if you're not aware, Patriots fan, Malin's Seahawks fan, Shaq's a Steelers fan, Nestor's a Dolphins fan, and Morgan is a Washington Commanders fan. So, with that being said, does anyone want to volunteer to go first?
I would just like to know that I don't like how easily it rolled off your tongue, Washington Commanders. That was too organic. I kind of feel like there should have been a stutter because there's been so many names.
He knew it was coming either way.
It was, I mean, you should be stuttering, but someone like Michael J. Fox or Parkinson's at this point, either the Redskins or the football team or the Commanders.
I said, you know what? Let me give them a little bit of respect here.
All right.
This is their name.
Okay,
Call them
well,
by their name.
you should have told me that's what you were going to do because I did what you did, but the opposite. So I apologize. I apologize, man. Okay.
All right.
Yeah, Shaq can go
Go
first.
ahead,
He's a
Shaq.
Steelers fan.
All right. Give my team probably C+. I'll give my team a C+ on that
For
one.
what?
All right. Relax. Relax.
Speak your heart, Shaq. What did your team do to deserve a C+?
We added a few pieces to our defense here and there, try to solidify our defense, keep it solid, add some fresh pieces and experience to our defense. I feel like since we are slacking off, and the least we can do is make sure we can stop teams from scoring on us to leave it competitive. So we have a pretty decent defense the way it is. I just figure it can't hurt to add a couple more people with experience and know what's going on to our team.
I would just like to point out this man has not said a single name. They've
Defense is a
actually
general
added.
term.
It's like this could be the 70s defense. This could be the Steel Curtain. This could be
but it got better. That's what he's saying.
My,
It got better.
The only person I can remember off the top of my head.
me?
Oh, I got my list.
Bring out a
I'm not
phone.
looking at my list.
I mentioned it last week. You got from the Vikings.
Yeah, you got a corner. I know you got a corner, a couple of defensive linemen, so it's all right.
You guys got a linebacker as well off
Mm-hmm.
the Commanders.
Yes, I know we got
a treasure.
What was this person's name? We're a sports podcast. Can we use
His name
names?
is Cole Holcomb.
Cole Holcomb. Okay, so can you tell us anything about Cole Holcomb?
He was leading tackles on our team, Washington Commanders.
Well, your D line
I'm
was
sure
garbage
that-
without Chase Young, so that's not saying much. I mean, that's like
He's gonna do
no,
well.
no. In all honesty, like with linebackers, because you said linebacker, right?
Yeah.
Like linebackers getting tackles. There was a year that Bobby Wagner and Jordan Brooks in Seattle both had over 150 tackles in the same year. Why? Because our defense was so garbage that most of their tackles were like 7 yards past the line of scrimmage. So to me, tackles and linebackers are kind of overrated because I'm like, you really weren't that great.
Yeah, I see
I
what
think
you're saying.
he's going to do well at fucking Pittsburgh.
Okay.
Do you want to go next, Morgan?
Sure. I'm gonna give my free agency for the Washington Commanders a B plus.
You said B or D?
Because
B.
we got a quarterback, which is Jacoby Brissett. We got a couple offensive linemen, which we needed, and we got a young corner from the Minnesota Vikings, and then we also got an edge on our defense, Anderson from the Falcons, which we all needed, but we also needed more corners. I think we should have gotten more corners, but our offensive line was some shit. So I mean, we had to step that up.
Didn't they get another quarterback?
No.
No?
You kept the rookie you guys had, right?
Yes, he's gonna be our starter.
You think he'll start over Brissett?
Yes.
What's his name?
What's the rookie's name?
Oh, Sam Howell.
Sam Howell. Okay.
Yeah.
Because
He's gonna play
Heineke
He's
Heineke
with
went to the Falcons.
Falcons. Yeah, that's not going to go
He got
over well.
paid.
They like to drink.
I wanted to keep him though. I wanted to keep Heineke. He was good.
Did you?
Morgan loved him some Heineke.
I don't know. Listen, I'll tell you this much, Morgan. I never drank non-alcoholic beer in my life until I started doing the Heineke special. And I drank way more bottles of non-alcoholic Heineken than I ever want to do in my life. Like, the moment I became a believer, he was like, nah, fuck you. You get to drink all this non-alcoholic shit.
Yeah.
I'm actually kind of hoping that the Commanders can do something this year.
Well, hopefully Eric can
Well,
do something with our offense.
they're going to be the team that's like forgotten.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Very much so.
But you still got Young come back. You still got
We're
McLaren.
gonna
You still
hopefully
got
we trade him next season.
what the? Okay, Morgan. dude.
You're over Chase Young?
I'm over it.
After tearing his knee one time, he's done.
What has he
Jesus.
done?
What?
I mean, got Rookie of the Year, sure, but
And
he
then
can't even get through one dude.
okay,
What can he do?
my man.
I just say
I
just
love
wanna
him
say
so
have
much.
Good luck next year, and hopefully we'll be on a better team.
Okay, let me ask you this one question because I have not had the opportunity to ask this question. What do you think about the name Washington Commanders, and what do you think about the uniforms?
I don't mind it. I mean, what are we gonna change it to?
Oh, at this
Just
point, you
Washington.
can't. But
Well, I mean, they sure as hell could. This is their third name in 5 years. They could,
the NFL's actually
Whatever
banned
they
them
want.
from
The
changing
uniforms
it.
are fine as well. The black uniforms are hot.
man, they can
I
name
like
themselves the
the
Washington Trumps. I don't give a
burgundy.
damn.
Burgundy
Washington
is also
goats.
cool too.
Okay. Do you like the black helmet with the W in the front?
I do.
No.
I think the black uniforms are dope.
Nice.
Well, do you want to go next, Malin?
Sure, right after my computer turned off. So I will give Seattle a B right now. The main reason why I'm going to give them a B is because of the contract that they were able to work out with Geno Smith. Yes, it's 3 years, $75 million. Because he's only getting 25 a year. It's actually $105 million if he hits like $30 million worth of incentives.
Yeah.
And so getting someone that led the NFL in completion percentage last year, I think that's good. You already got a decent offensive line. You got Lockett. You got Metcalf, Walker. There's some things they need to do in the draft. They signed Draymond Jones from the Broncos. I like that. They needed a center. They got Evan Brown from the Lions. He's just a guy, in my opinion. I still think they need to draft somebody as a center. Center has been a sticking point for the Seattle Seahawks ever since they traded away Pro Bowler Unger to the Saints for Jimmy Graham. So that kind of stunk. But, listen, there's two people that I'm intrigued on when it comes to a little bit clearer. There you go. There's two people that we picked up. Actually, three. One, I'm wondering why we re-signed Drew Lock. I don't know why we re-signed him.
Seems like a waste of a.
Because you got Geno. You know they're going to draft somebody. So why did you re-sign Drew Lock? Unless people in the organization just want to keep looking at his wife because she's pretty hot, then
Verify this information.
yeah, you go ahead, verify it. Look at it. Drew Lock's wife.
Drew Lock's
Tell
wife.
me I'm wrong. Okay, just don't tell your wife that I'm.
No, Malin, you're not wrong.
You're damn right I'm not. So there's two other people. Devin Bush, linebacker, Pittsburgh Steelers. I love how you guys literally all looked her up.
Well, we need to make sure what you're saying is
100%.
Oh, I like that picture.
100%.
That picture's nice.
So Devin Bush picked him up from Pittsburgh. He was a top 10 pick. They moved up to get him. He ran a 4.48 40 in the combine. He had a really great rookie year, but then he hurt his knee. Hasn't been the same since. But there's also been question marks about him being able to read the offenses and put people in the right places. So there was a reason why Pittsburgh let him go. And man, Seattle loves to get some retreads on some top 10 picks. They do it all the time. I mean, hell, we got Luke Jokel from Jacksonville at some point and Jeff Fisher. Like we got all kinds of offensive linemen. Like if you're in the top 10, Seattle didn't get you. We're not used to drafting in the top 10. We'll snag you up in 3 or 4 years if you don't work out. But I really do love the Julian Love move. Safety out of Buffalo. Hella talented. The only thing that gives me a cause for pause, and I'm kind of actually hoping this is actually real, is does this spell the end of Jamal Adams in Seattle? Because they love Ryan Neal. We got Diggs, even though Diggs kind of underperformed a little bit.
Yeah.
But you're not paying this man the money you're paying him, who's, he, in my opinion, top 10 in the league, strong safety. Coming to Seattle, Jamal Adams, all the hype in the world coming from the Jets. But he gets to Seattle, and it's like you're bottom, worse than bottom third. You're like bottom 3. There are backups at safety in the NFL that cover better than him. And he's been hurt the whole time. So can we please get rid of this man that, like, I swear to God, like, he puts more wristbands on his body than he does make tackles. He has them on his neck. He's got 4 or 5 on his arms. It's insane. So I'm really excited about Julian Love, but I definitely give him over a B because of the Geno, the Geno deal, because they definitely got a team friendly deal on that one.
Okay. Yeah, the Geno one did make some waves. For my team, I'm gonna go with a B minus.
What?
I feel like we
How?
had a solid free agency. We, of course, who we let, well, not necessarily who we let go. Some people just straight up retired, so that's that.
For good reason.
Right, but Damian Harrison is gone. He went to I forgot where. I think he's still in the division, but yeah, he's gone. We got James Robinson to take his place. I'm pretty hopeful on that. Yeah, he's coming off of the ACL injury, so as long as he's good to go, I feel like he'll be a great fit to go along with Stevenson. Yes, like I mentioned last week, we got Juju. Not really happy with that. It's that's the one that it brings us down a grade to me.
Probably why Deontay Hightower retired.
Yeah,
God
so,
damn it.
yeah, I don't need to be here anymore.
I thought the reason why they were going to give him a B is because they got Bill O'Brien as the offensive coordinator.
Oh yeah,
You actually have an offensive coordinator. That's an upgrade.
yeah. I guess there's also that. Yeah, but
It's got to be factored in, right?
I don't know why we got Smith Schuster when he's a known 2 at best, and we don't even have a number 1 option. So it's like, what the hell are we doing bringing a number 2 when we don't even have a guy, like the guy to go to? But
You know what I did here today? I read several articles, and even Colin Cowherd today. Did you hear this? He validated it. Dark horse,
for Lamar,
New England Patriots, Lamar Jackson.
right?
If they got Lamar Jackson, would that push it to an A?
Oh,
for
A
you?
plus.
A plus.
I'd be.
Yes.
Do you know how happy that would
Yes.
make me if we somehow got Lamar Jackson?
This man be running through the streets and naked. They just call him the Blur. He'd be so fast.
Oh, we won't do that because it makes too much sense. But it
Wait,
would
you
be
running
incredible.
naked through the streets or sound Lamar Jackson?
Both.
Okay.
Yeah. So there's Juju. We did get Mike Gesicki over from Miami. I like that pickup. He's
That's
a
good.
solid tight
That's
end, especially for the deal that we got. Is basically it's a 1-year prove it deal. So
Nestor's happy about that.
yeah, they got plenty of weapons.
He's got Jalen Ramsey. Shut up.
Right, he's good to go. We did bring back John Jones. Not too sure how we're going to use him, seeing that we still have Marcus Jones and John Jones. I don't know, putting him on the outside or we bring him into the slot. It's just kind of in a weird position right now with him. So, all in all, on the defensive side of the ball, besides John Jones, some other solid pickups were in there. So, offensively, still where our problems remain. And, we made some improvements defensively. So that's why I want B minus. It's like good, but not great. So B minus for me. Nestor.
I give the Dolphins a B because I think we did great with what we have. We signed back some guys that we needed to re-sign, like Raheem Mostert. We need that decent running game. Otherwise, I feel like if we just depend on our passing game, it's just not going to get us there. We got Craycraft back. That's fine. Like some decent guys we had to get back. Mike White, which is the biggest, well, not the biggest signing, but we
Damn.
kind of needed him
Great white hype.
because when Tua's hurt, we're shit. We can't depend on Teddy. We can't depend on Skyler.
Listen, I just want to say one thing about Mike White real quick. Is that if you have a quarterback that can get other white people to turn on someone like Zach Wilson that played at BYU, which is pretty much the capital of whiteism, that's saying something. You gotta have a little bit of talent. So,
All right, Mike.
great white height. That's what he is.
Go ahead.
But yeah,
Go ahead.
I
Sorry.
don't think we needed some guys back like Ahmed or Gaskin because we already have like two great running backs. Well, not
Okay.
great, but you get my
Don't-
point. They can get some work done.
Don't be disrespectful to
and
Miles
Monster was-
Gaskin. That man.
I'm not trying to be, but
Well,
I just,
that man
we
was
don't
a
need
Washington Husky.
four
Just saying.
of them. But yeah, and then we got Jalen Ramsey, so that's why he's mainly why I give him a B.
That was music to my ears
And
when I found out that was going
that's
away.
mainly why we moved up in the power rankings. Why we're behind Jacksonville and
I knew he
fucking
was gonna bring it. up.
Chargers. I don't know.
I
When
knew
the
it.
Chargers quarterback is a fucking choker, and
Okay,
the
yours is-
Jaguars
is
they're-
one
they're
hit
only here for a
away
while.
From being a
your
quadriplegic.
Your quarterback be choking on his own spit, laying back in the hospital bed some nights. So the fact
But if you learn,
Or what
but
are
when
you
he's
doing?
when he's healthy, we can beat the Bills.
for the
So what are
3
we
weeks
doing
that he's
behind
healthy.
Jacksonville and the fucking Jets? Gary V ass team.
I mean, they're about to get Aaron Rodgers. You think Tua is better than Aaron Rodgers?
I don't care about
When
that
he's healthy.
crackhead.
When he's well, I mean, when is Aaron Rodgers not healthy? A couple times broke a tailbone. This man. No, what you're really mad about is the Jaguars. I know you're mad about the Jaguars being ahead
Yeah.
with Lawrence. Yep, Etienne sounds like a damn pastry you buy at Publix.
Well, those are our grades. I'm surprised nobody gave their team a failing grade or anything below average.
Well, some of y'all should. I mean, this man over here didn't even name
I
a
won't mention
single pickup that they had. He was just like, we upgraded the defense, we did these things, we did some other things, we got some other things cooking. And
we did some things and got some other things cooking.
some people should have got some F.
It's a very diplomatic approach from Shaq.
Man was like goddamn Sleepy Joe up there at the podium. Just, well, I mean, there's some things we should do and some things we should work on. There's things that we're definitely going to bring to our attention. That we're definitely going to work on, and we're definitely going to do these because the American people love it. By the way, I love our president.
Shaq's got a future in politics, is what you're saying.
No, what I'm saying is I know I just made my mom mad, so I'm saying that I love our president. 'Cause she's listening right now, and I just made an off-the-collar joke, and I know she's mad.
Well, that's our fearless leader, so.
He's fearless because he don't remember. No, that's fine. God, I just dug myself a worse hole. Oh, I'm gonna hear about that one.
Let's move into the news. We,
God, that's not good.
we can't start ragging on Shaq this earlier in the show.
No, I'm 30 seconds into my talk. It's like, all right, y'all.
This is gonna be good. This next one.
All right.
That's great. Yes, we need to lead off with Nestor. By the way, so whatever he says, I know what my benchmark.
No. We need to lead
of
with
offensiveness.
you.
Yeah, we gotta lead with you.
Me?
Yes,
Why?
you're very
Yes.
vocal on this.
Okay, fine.
I like how we all agree.
Right. Japan did beat the U.S. in
Okay.
the World Baseball
Yes.
Classic final.
Okay.
Malin, the floor is yours.
Sure. Few things. Being second best, it's your own goddamn national pastime. That kind of sucks. We did beat the Porta Potty countries. So I'm very happy about that one. Outhouse. If that makes you feel better, Nestor. It looks like you have air conditioning where you are, so. But no, it was a really great game.
We don't.
That one. Well, that sucks.
serious?
His right ear is sweating.
It's cold
Cold.
Oh, it's cold there. Okay.
all the time.
Oh, okay. Well, you need to. Never mind.
Japan.
So yeah. So in this game, right?
Tension.
Because I want to take you. Okay. So this is exactly what you want for baseball, though. You want the best playing against the best. One of the only things that sucks on this one is that, yes, all of the skill position players for the United States came out and played for God and country. And yes, I say God and country. Pitchers. I don't know if it's teams. I don't know if it's pitchers. Bunch of bitches. None of them came to play for the U.S. I don't even know what the starting pitcher's name that started last night for the U.S. I know that the best pitcher, his name was Adam Wainwright, and he's a great pitcher. And I only know he's a great pitcher because he's pitched for over 20 years. Okay. So we needed more pitching. So, but I mean, hell, when Trey Turner is batting ninth and smacking grand slams, you're doing pretty good. But what I really love is Ohani, Trout. That
was great.
that moment was everything that should make people a baseball fan.
Yeah.
Because you have arguably one of the best hitters in the game.
Right.
Throwing to arguably one of the best hitters in the game, who's also one of the best pitchers. Ohani did something that has never been done in Major League Baseball, but he did it in the WBC, where he started the game as the designated hitter and finished it as the closer and got the save. That's insane. Yeah. Not to mention, this is a stat I heard about Trout. In 6,174 at-bats, he has only swung and missed all 3 times, 24 times in his career.
Wow.
That is a zero. That's a 0.039% of his at-bats. Has he ever swung 3 times and not made contact?
Damn.
Okay. And you're talking about 100-mile-an-hour fastball.
Yeah.
100-mile-an-hour fastball. 87-mile-an-hour nasty slider. It was beautiful. I would just like to point out that, yes, Japan has won the World Baseball Classic for 3 times. That's great. We are still 1-0 in world wars against them. And just like Trout can't hit on a Hotani, they can't escape the nuke 2 times, Nagasaki and Hiroshima. It happened. It's real life, people.
If that comment doesn't beat mine, this is some hypocritical shit. This man talking about nuking whole entire.
So you want to talk about swing and miss? I think we still got the quintessential
25
trump
kill
card
streak
on it. So, but no, all in all, this WBC was exactly what baseball needed. They needed it. And if you love sports and you watched it, the suspense, the drama, it was amazing.
It made me excited for this upcoming season. I was like, huh. Maybe I'll actually tune. It makes me want to watch the Angels now.
Yeah, I want to see what happens in that dugout.
It creates a little bit of intrigue.
Trout, like, okay, really? You had to throw the slider, really? Okay, so here's the one thing. Here's quit thing before we let Nestor be a racist. You have the best player on Japan plays for the Angels. Best player for LA, or best player plays for the United States, plays for the Angels. The 2 of them play on the same team. What does that say about the Los Angeles Angels organization?
Right.
The last time that organization made the playoffs was 2014.
Right.
Trout has only made the playoffs 1 time in his career, played terribly. And Ohani has not made the playoffs so far, being in LA. They even had Albert Pujols on that team. At one point.
I don't understand that. I mean, I don't really watch much baseball at all, but I didn't realize that the Angels have not made the playoffs that long, and I was just like, what other sport are like 2 that good of players on the
The
same
2
team,
best.
and they haven't made the playoffs in that long? Like, that just doesn't happen.
Trout has had a little bit of an injury thing but not that significant. But Tony, he's been lighting it up. That man, when after this year, he's a free agent. He deserves like $1 billion contract. Like just give it to him. He's one of top 5 best pitcher in my opinion. You don't get Mike Trout at the biggest at bat he's ever had in his entire career to swing and miss 3 times, not be a top 5 pitcher in Major League Baseball, and he's a top 5 hitter. You know what he did pregame the last 2 games in the World Baseball Classic? First of all, this man does not take batting practice. He doesn't throughout the year. Does not do batting practice. Last 2 games, he did batting practice. Want to know why? He's in Miami. He knew that everybody was watching him. So he was like, I'm going to take batting practice. 70% of the time, smacking it off the scoreboard in the back, hitting home run 70% of the time, which nobody else was doing in batting practice. Like, he was letting everybody know, go ahead.
Right.
Throw me one over the plate. Give me one. I'm going to embarrass you. Just to let them know.
Damn.
But how confident you got to be, like, during the Major League Baseball season? Like, I'm not going to take batting practice. Man's a machine.
Well, Nestor, do you have any comments on this?
Yes, he does.
Just there's nothing I could say that could be worse than nuking Japan. But let me just get this little thing off my chest. Every time this tournament starts, because I'm in the Latino community, I hear a lot about who the favorites are, and for some reason, I always hear DR and PR as and Puerto Rico as the favorites. Can we stop doing that? The last 2 times that Puerto Rico went to the final, they didn't score a run. Historically speaking, Cuba, even with all their communist BS, is better than Puerto Rico. If you're counting like gold medals and Olympics and all that stuff.
I mean,
now they're trash.
U.S. beat them 14-2.
What happened?
I mean, U.S. did beat Cuba 14-2. We can't even get no cigars out of that one.
Well, I feel like the U.S. is way better than Cuba. Obviously, I wasn't surprised by that.
Are they better than the Dominican Republic and Puerto Rico?
I think they could beat them on any day.
We have better.
It's like and which speaks volumes of those teams, because this is like Cuba doesn't usually play with all their players. They don't. I mean,
the backup
what did they play
catcher,
with Chapman once?
Yeah, but the backup catcher, what's it called? Not asked for asylum, defected. The backup catcher for Team Cuba did not go back to Cuba. He defected.
Yeah, they usually leave, like they stay in Miami, or they just, like for example, Randy, what is his name, Rosarena or something like that. He's Cuban. He plays for Mexico.
Mm-hmm.
We could have had guys like that on Cuba, but whatever. That's not the point. The point is, we need to stop acting like those teams are any better than Japan. I knew this was gonna happen. I knew as soon as I saw Japan have the run they had in the pool, whatever, what is it, pool C or B? I don't remember. They just finished the tournament undefeated.
Okay.
And they were just so quiet and humble the entire time.
But you know why they did it though, right? You know why Japan finished number 1 again? Is because how many players on Japan's squad plays Major League Baseball? 1 right now. Well, no, because I mean, I guess he plays for San Diego. Darvish, I guess he still is playing in the league. Whatever. So you got 2 pitchers. Other than that, like the Japanese national team, they always play together. Part of the thing that with places like Puerto Rico and Dominican Republic, because I will say this 100%, most of the talent in Major League Baseball right now is coming from the Dominican Republic and Puerto Rico. But they're doing everything on such an individualistic notion to get into the majors, and then they're playing in the majors you can't just go from your separate clubs in spring training, go back to the Dominican Republic and Puerto Rico, and then play on a quote unquote team when outside of 2 players on Japan, that national team is always playing together. So they're playing more as a team. It's not it's not so much about the talent. It's about the knowing who's great at what, how to have their back, who's great when you know each other better.
Yeah.
And so I think that's the difference. But I mean, talent wise, you know, PR and DR, like they got all the talent in the world. They just need more time, maybe playing on a national team together.
Yeah.
And I think they would dominate. So I'm kind of glad that they don't do that.
Right. All right.
That's true.
Let's move on from this second.
Okay, first of all, how do we get to a place to where I am advocating for Puerto Rico and Dominican Republic? We got Nestor over there. Screw him. Deal with these people.
Well, that's
How did that happen?
his own personal reasons for that.
We got some news.
Let's move into some NFL news. So Dante Hightower has now retired from the NFL. He was out the last year and a half, almost 2 years. He was injured for a while, but when he was playing, he was absolutely one of my favorite players. But he's gone now. Decided that there's absolutely no reason for me to come back now that I'm healthy. And yeah, he will be sorely missed. Helped us win a couple championships. I will never forget his strip sack on Matt Ryan in Super Bowl 51. That was just the crucial play, was him forcing that turnover to get the ball back so that we could pull off the comeback. Just outstanding player. Fit into the system perfectly. Just Dante Hightower, man. Like, shout out to him because he was just a great Patriot to have. So, you guys have any thoughts on Hightower hanging it up?
He can go fuck himself.
Okay.
He was.
Did he?
He was on the roster in Super Bowl
he was in
49.
there,
That was his
really.
first Super Bowl. So he can go fuck themselves with some of the things we were talking about before the show. Great talent. Yeah. There you go. That's all I got.
I kind of almost second that, to not that degree. Great talent, great player to watch, but at the same time, good. Anything that take away from that franchise, go
Wait,
ahead.
take that shine off a little bit more.
Yeah.
Mister.
Greatest play since we're talking about that against the Rams. Jared Goff. So, yeah,
He was all over
man's a
Jared
beast.
Goff as well. Jared Goff probably still
Yep.
having nightmares about him.
Gurley,
Morgan.
too.
right.
Yeah.
He's a great football player. It's time for him to retire.
Mm-hmm. Could have retired
Probably
before Super Bowl
'cause the game
49.
He
became
didn't have to do that.
Should have.
Next up, speaking of great Patriots, Cam Newton, he threw at Auburn's pro day. All 32 teams did send somebody to go watch this.
To go watch the Auburn players. To make that clear.
Right. This was Auburn's pro day. His brother, Kalen Newton, Kalen Newton, did also. I just realized his brother's name is Kalen. Anyway, yeah, he was there catching his passes. So that's there as well. And his brother was trying to say, like, Cam was just helped me out. This wasn't so much about him, more so about
Yeah,
me.
that's why he did the hype video.
But right, he made a whole hype video saying, "No, I'm going to be throwing tomorrow." And
We said a
how
lot
do-
more than that.
He said, "How do all these randoms keep getting jobs before I do?"
What does that say about him that doesn't have a job?
Right.
Like if they're randoms for having a job, what is his name for being the 2015 MVP and not having a job?
Right.
Less than random.
Correct.
Like
Well,
you
wait,
were
just wait,
drafted
hold on
in
for a
what
sec, 'cause-
2010 is when he was drafted.
Around that 2010, 2011 ish.
2011. Okay, so he's at least been in the NFL for over 10 years, and you got to hit your coattails on a bunch of other college players coming out of your university, because how many of these scouts were going to be coming to a Cam Newton throwing extravaganza? Like if he just announced that he was going to do that, how many would show up? No, he had to.
Yeah.
He had to go to Auburn. He was like, "Listen, guys, I need some people to look at me."
Morgan, what were you saying?
You know, Ron was looking at him for sure.
I thought you
Ron
guys have
Rivera, he loves some Cam Newton.
Brissett.
Yeah, but still, Ron loves some Cam Newton.
Man, if y'all sign Cam Newton, that is just
I hope-
indicative of
I hope so.
Washington D.C.
'Cause
Jesus
we're
Lord,
actually going after
got a
Lamar
bunch
as
of
well.
has-beens making decisions.
Looking for Asman.
But Eric Bieniemy wouldn't allow that shit. So.
Yeah, he would have been like, you better, if
But
anybody goes to
No,
Auburn
no-
today.
nobody in their right mind. ESPN was trying to hype it up. Oh, did you see this throw?
Yeah.
And I'm like, if I had 1/10 of the athletic ability that Cam Newton has, and I was wearing shorts and a tank top, then I would like to think I could do something similar to that. Now, I don't have the athletic ability, so I can't. But I could look good in shorts to some degree. Some degree. I'm gonna make somebody happy. Maybe my wife. That's why she married me. But no, it's stupid, man. Come on. Auburn's pro day. That's worse. Like it's
nah.
almost worse than what Colin Kaepernick did.
Right, when he had his own little shindig. Didn't he do that like at high school?
Well, it was supposed to be in a controlled environment, and then he was like, "Nah,
Right, he changed it.
fuck it, I'm gonna go over this other field and do it." And nobody's
Yeah.
like, "Oh,
Yeah.
we don't care that much. We're not driving 30 minutes around town to see you throw a football." But like Cam Newton forced people to watch him throw a football because he went to Auburn's pro day.
Right.
Like they're not a top 6 SEC team. Of course, you're gonna have scouts there.
Yeah.
You were holding these people hostage, you smug son of a bitch.
My question to you guys is, do you think he ends up
No.
on a team at all?
No.
Who's
Who's giving him a job?
I'm just asking. Do you think he's anywhere?
who needs a quarterback?
Well, Washington needs a
Washington
quarterback.
Besides them.
I mean, but think about like just in your head, go through the divisions.
Well, definitely not as
Who
a
is signing
starter.
Is
But no
he
one
going to
might
be
be-
a back? Who signed
Right.
him to
that's
be a
the
backup?
problem is as a backup, you know he's not going to stay
No.
humble enough to be a backup.
That would be like
He's not gonna be
Deion-
a starter.
no.
What is he
That
starting?
would be like signing Deion Sanders
Right.
to be a backup. You can't put that type of personality, that type
Right.
of former talent on your bench.
Yeah. So, do we all agree that we've seen the last of Cam in the NFL?
He doesn't think so, but yes.
I don't think so.
Oh,
Oh,
God, I
so-
hope
He's
so.
gonna
There's
pop
some-
up on a team.
This man,
There's some possibility.
this man last year was laughing at the question about whether or not he was going to have a job last year.
Right.
Laughed it off. Of course I am. And now he's making hype videos about how all these randoms got jobs.
Right.
Like, sir, there's a reason why you don't and they do. Did you see what you did in New England after you got COVID? I don't know if he got long COVID or what, but he was balling
He was up until
before he got COVID.
week 3 or whatever that was.
Yeah, he kind of balled out against Seattle.
Well,
I wouldn't lead you to boom, but he
he
did.
didn't ball out enough because.
Yeah, you guys still caught the L.
Right, we did.
I
And
don't
another,
blame you.
if we go to when he was back in Carolina on the second stint, when he had his
Yeah,
debut as a
one good
Panther
game.
again.
Like one decent.
He scored a
Somewhat.
touchdown, runs to the midfield, does the Superman, slams the ball down, and they lost the game.
And that's the last you ever heard of.
And that was it.
That's it.
He seems to just be too full of himself instead of a team effort.
The decision not to go for that fumble in the Super Bowl killed him.
Yeah, it was all downhill after that.
Mm.
God bless.
Well,
Waste of a talent.
good luck, Cam. Moving into the NBA, we've got Lonzo Ball actually he had some cartilage transplant done on his left knee. I didn't even know that was a thing.
Which is not something you want to hear as an NBA player.
Yeah. At this point, it's just kind of like just hoping that like he'll be able to walk normally and run normally again, because that sounds pretty bad to be to that point where you need cartilage transplant. Like I didn't even know that was a
It's
thing.
like Derrick Rose 2.0.
Yeah, it is very similar. What's Chicago guard?
That's what I was thinking.
Okay, first of all, not nearly as talented though. Like, let me
Right.
make that clear. I felt disrespectful when I just said that because Derrick Rose had just won an MVP. Lonzo Ball's never winning an MVP,
Right.
even with all of his own cartilage.
But just the injury luck or
Yeah.
lack thereof is pretty bad.
Yeah, the head coach was like, "Hey, maybe it's some like we're hoping best case scenario." Wait, I want to get it. I want to get it right. He says, the gives best chance at some point to resume NFL or NBA career. To resume at some point. That doesn't sound good.
No, not at all.
It sounds like they got zero to no faith this man's gonna come back at all in general.
No, I think it's done. But it's sad though.
I know.
I mean, you gotta ride the whipping post of your dad Lamar for
Yeah.
so long, and then all of a sudden this happens.
Yeah.
Ah,
He was doing, when he was in Chicago, he was doing really, really well. He was a good orchestrator of that offense. So
I need Davis to rip off a three and yo Cobain. That's what I need.
next bit of news here. Paul George last night really messed up his right leg. I don't know if you
Not
guys
as
got
bad
the
as you
chance
thought
to.
though. Looked really bad.
Yeah, it looked like
Looked terrible.
he was going to be out for the foreseeable future. I didn't hear any updates on this though. So.
Oh, I did. He has a sprained knee. He's out 2 to 3 weeks,
Wow,
and they're
that's
going to reevaluate. Yeah, just a sprained knee. I was like, how is that just a sprain?
it. Right.
That made my knee hurt.
Just seeing it.
Like
Did you
I
see
saw
what
that
happened?
happen.
How did he land on it?
Yeah. Like he was locked up between a defender's legs.
Right, coming down off of a rebound.
And if you could imagine if you're cracking open crab legs with a cracker, like that's what it looked like. And like I almost went to the freezer and got an ice pack for my own knee when I saw that, because I know this is an old ass knees. And it made mine hurt. I was messed up. Oh, oof. God, it just you cringed.
Yeah, it
Your
was.
butt
it was,
cheeks tighten up. You're grinding your teeth. You're like, God damn. And then you hear 2 to 3 weeks.
That's good for him. I need to ask Nestor though. Do you think this injury had anything to do with his PlayStation shoes?
Definitely did. I was gonna say should have won.
Okay, just wanted to make sure that
Would have never happened.
cautionary tale.
Never.
Oh, PlayStation.
I would just like to say that everybody that plays for the Clippers, Clip City, whatever, shut up, man. Like, you guys are made of paper mache at this point. Like, Clips, like, I think it's Marcellus Wiley is always saying Clip City, Chip City. First of all, bitch, you ain't won a chip.
Chips.
Like, you haven't won a chip, and you're not going to win a chip because people keep taking chips off their knees and bones and ankles and shoulders. And Kawhi Leonard is damn near the Terminator at this point with all the surgeries he's had. Like, they're never healthy.
No, not at all.
They could contend if those two could have ever stayed healthy.
Yeah,
They could contend for the West.
Absolutely.
But they never will. Ever.
just is what it is at this point. They're not gonna not going to get less injury prone
Like,
going forward.
At Paul George's best, he played at Indiana, getting smoked by Miami. At his worst, he's getting dimed up by Dame Lillard in the playoffs.
Right.
With you can't talk about Paul George without talking about night by Dame.
Yeah.
One of the best walk-off threes you've ever seen in playoff history.
Made a whole commercial out of
Look
that shit.
at Anthony Davis over there just doing work.
Well,
They were finding a way to squeeze in that last Lakers before the break.
we are going to go to our halftime break. Morgan, thank you so much for joining us for the first half.
You are the man, sir.
No problem.
Hope to see you again in the near future.
Next 50 episodes.
Right. So we'll be back about 7.5 minutes. G Money will be joining us for the second half. We've got community comments, got a bunch of them, and the Ride or Die 5. So we'll be back.
Hey. Yeah. Hey. On my way to the boat, like I ain't just had on the coat when I landed, outbranded. Perched at the edge of the branches. They don't wanna talk mansions, mine look like a campus. And I'm all about my brothers like the niggas I'm sampling. I'll leave you red shirted like the twins from Kansas. Really living my dreams I used to have in my aunt's crib.
There's 4 reasons why the Kings will be one of the toughest playoff teams this season. Number 1, Mike Brown's coaching. He's done an outstanding job getting this team coached up throughout the year, primarily because he holds everybody accountable, including his stars. Number 2, De'Aaron Fox's clutch play. He's been shooting 54.2% in the clutch. You do not want the ball in his hands late in the game. Number 3, Sabonis is a dog. He's been averaging 19.2 points a game, 7.2 assists, and 12.5 rebounds per game. He's leading the NBA in rebounds. He is outstanding, especially with De'Aaron Fox. That combo is deadly. Number 4, they have an extremely efficient young core. Like I said, Fox and Sabonis, but also Monk, Herter, and Murray. All those dudes are extremely young and fantastic on offense. Their offensive rating is the highest of all time, 118.8. They are deadly on offense.
Hey. Yeah. Trendsetter, band frame getter. With whatever. I buy diamonds when I'm under pressure. When I apply, shit don't ever let up. Yeah. Hey. Yeah. On my way to the boat, like I ain't just had on the coat when I landed, outbranded. Perched at the edge of the branches. They don't wanna talk mansions, mine look like a campus. And I'm all about my brothers like the niggas I'm sampling. I'll leave you red shirted like the twins from Kansas. Really living my dreams I used to have in my aunt's crib.
There's 4 reasons why the Kings will be one of the toughest playoff teams this season. Number 1, Mike Brown's coaching. He's done an outstanding job getting this team coached up throughout the year, primarily because he holds everybody accountable, including his stars. Number 2, De'Aaron Fox's clutch play. He's been shooting 54.2% in the clutch. You do not want the ball in his hands late in the game. Number 3, Sabonis is a dog. He's been averaging 19.2 points a game, 7.2 assists, and 12.5 rebounds per game. He's leading the NBA in rebounds. He is outstanding, especially with De'Aaron Fox. That combo is deadly. Number 4, they have an extremely efficient young core. Like I said, Fox and Sabonis, but also Monk, Herter, and Murray. All those dudes are extremely young and fantastic on offense. Their offensive rating is the highest of all time, 118.8. They are deadly on offense.
Hey. Yeah. Trendsetter, band frame getter. With whatever.
diamonds when I'm under pressure. When I apply, shit don't ever let up. Yeah. Look, I'm in the cut, the boy in the cut.
I'm gonna start it off at the point position, put Luka. Then in the shooting guard position, I'm gonna go ahead and put Steph. LeBron at that wonderful power forward position. I kind of up in the air pick is gonna be Clay at the other forward position. Very iffy pick. And then of course I gotta put the Joker there at the big man position. Clay's gonna be in a wonderful all-star pick. Clay being that sketchy kind of dark horse role, but I think the team will get it done perfectly.
I got sided with the East, because not only are they better, but Shaq's head sets in the West, so I'm running down the East for you. This is my starting five for the East if they were healthy and if there's the East roster. Trae Young at 1. Can't go wrong with that Bulldog. Durant at 2. Hurt now, but if he was healthy, he'd be starting. We're going to go ahead and have Tatum at 3. We're going to have Tatum at 3 because we're putting the Greek Freak at 4. You can't move Giannis. And then we're going to finish it off with Embiid at 5. And the reason why is because he's going to break down the Joker's rashy ass like he did last week in the All-Star game. So that's my 5. Shaq's head is setting in the West. I'll give you his rundown later. You tell us who your starting 5 for the West and East would be.
Did you know AFR is also on Spotify and Apple Podcasts? Click the first link in the description below to listen to the most recent episode of the show.
Monday Night Football AFR. We out here. Damn right, Monday Night Football. Let's go. That shit is bleeding for some odd reason. Hepatitis ass? What the Where did you fucking cut yourself? What? All right, how are we getting out of here?
Yeah. Yep, in my white tee. Yeah, call up Mike Williams for the hype, please. Nigga, I'm white you before you white me. My boxes of checks, not my Nikes. Cactus, not no iced tea. Got him bamboozled like I'm Spike Lee. You need more than Google just to find me. I just call a beta, get a hyphy. Incredible, general. I just got the label just to sign me. Me and Chase connected like we Siamese. We been on a run, feel like a crime spree. Talk to me nicely, I see his face.
What should Baltimore do with Lamar Jackson? Should they give him the money he wants, fully guaranteed, like a Deshaun Watson deal? Should they try to give him the money that Kyler Murray got? Would he even take it? Do they franchise him? Do they trade him? What do the Baltimore Ravens do with Lamar Jackson? And do you think he will be the starting quarterback in Baltimore at the start of next season?
Giannis did not play. He went out in the first quarter with whatever injury he had.
did.
They beat the brakes off of y'all.
Yeah, more than brakes. They cut the brake line. They were riding in a car down Shaq's head with no brakes. That's how bad it was.
I think that this is gonna be the hardest laugh we're gonna get out of the show.
No, I got more coming.
And
Don't
this
worry
is
about
why I make out of pocket jokes. 'Cause I gotta beat that. I gotta get a laugh somewhere else.
it. Well, leave Anne Frank alone. That was
that's
that was
all
a
right.
brave young girl.
G Money in the chat.
What NFL team do you think has had the best free agency so far? I hate to say it. I really hate to say it. I got to think it's the Dallas Cowboys. They got rid of Zeke, addition by subtraction. Kept Pollard on the franchise tag, and they're only paying him $10 million a year. Actually, they just got Brandon Cooks for what, a fifth-year player? They got Gilmore for a fifth-round compensatory pick. I think that defense is loaded. We'll see what Dak can do. But as far as moves in the free agency, I think the Dallas Cowboys have had the best free agency so far. Who do you guys think it is? All right, AFR Nation, let's talk about my favorite thing that has happened in free agency so far. Baker fucking Mayfield going to the Bucks. Baker ball, baby. I cannot wait to hear the Champa Bay fans turn into Champa Bay fans. Going from Tom Brady to Baker Mayfield. I think they're only winning 3 or 4 games. They'll probably beat the Texans. Maybe steal one from the Saints. Maybe steal one from Carolina. Hell, maybe take 2 from Carolina. I don't know. 4 games at best. But here's my question. How many wins do you think the 2023 Bucks are going to get riding with Baker ball? Let us know in the comments.
Remember to follow the show on Instagram and TikTok at AFR Sports. That's it, AFR Sports. Now back to the show with your hosts Jalen, Shaquille, and Malin.
Some guy screws up and all of a sudden you can't stand or walk the rest of your life.
How's everybody doing?
Roll.
Welcome back.
26, 28.
Welcome back from break, everybody. We're just smoking some old fashions here up.
We got G Money in the building.
How we doing, G Money?
Building.
Wearing the LSU Legend Championship shirt from Joe Burrow days.
Yeah, you gotta. One day I'll be wearing a Husky shirt that'll say something like that, though I'm not quite sure when. Could be dead. I'm hoping not. Hoping Penix does that next year. Hoping Penix just lights the fucking Pac-12 on fire.
Wait, we're talking about college football? I started that.
We were talking about college football, but anyway.
That was me.
Gentlemen, I'm doing good. I noticed you're all drinking. You all stepped your game up. You're drinking old fashions.
Right. We're doing triple mash old fashions right now.
We decided that we are distinguished gentlemen.
Right.
I don't know who decided that, but I agree with it.
We just wished a nuke upon the whole country.
I didn't wish a nuke upon a country that hasn't already had to two. It's like old hat. Like finding that underwear in the back of the drawer. You're like, oh, that's comfy.
If we could come back from break smoothly just one time.
Never. You got to ramble on for 10 minutes about nothing before you get
Kind of feel that's pretty smooth. Have you ever seen a mushroom cloud from a nuke? It looks smooth. Looks like you could pet it.
You just reach out and touch it and then watch your arm disintegrate.
Yes. Okay, so not as cute is the way that Gary described it.
Right. We have some comments to get into this week.
Well, we're at least kind of
the past
cheers
week,
here.
So, right, cheers it up.
G-Money,
what are you drinking?
What do you drink?
I'm drinking some Uncle Ernest 1858, 1856. Uncle Nearest, 1856.
Okay, Nearest.
I was like, who told somebody? I don't know. I got it off this wino outside. It was in a paper bag. I'm like, hey, that looks good. Let me try that.
I was thinking about like some ginger with half a beard and some overalls out there selling some whiskey in Washington. Uncle Ernest. Nearest. Yes, that's some good stuff.
All right. Let's get into some community comments.
This is funny.
So I made a video detailing why the 4 reasons why the Kings are going to be a tough out during the playoffs. And folks here, thank you, TikTok. I love how I have to be logged in order to read the comments. Anyway, yeah, a lot of you guys disagreed, and that's fair because that's why we do these. Of course, we want to hear from you, the people. Yep. I love TikTok. If I can just find the okay. So a few people said they won't go anywhere. Only like 3 of them on that court have playoff experience. One person said the one thing you're forgetting is they are the Kings.
That's just mean. That's hurtful.
You said the same thing about the Cowboys.
Jared Hackinson says you don't know basketball. They won't survive in the first round. Cyrus the God says you didn't even bring up the fact that they have vets like Harrison Barnes with championship experience. This is very true. NDSG says first round exits. It seems to be most convinced that they are not going anywhere, but
I will say this, that you gave 4 reasons why the offense is great.
Right.
The Celtics last night gave us 1 reason why they're not going to be a viable team in the playoffs, because they shut the offense down for the most part.
Right.
And defense, they don't know what it is.
They sure don't.
If I had to drain pasta out of a pot, I wouldn't use Sacramento's defense because I would lose too much of my pasta because the holes are that big. They just, at one point, like, Boston opened up the third quarter with 8 straight field goals.
Yes. Yeah.
At that point, it was done.
Right.
It didn't matter what they did. Oh, they got within 10 at some point. Oh, yeah, you guys are gross. It's so cute. No, we ended up demolishing them. Why? Because they don't have any defense. And that's why I don't think that they're going to be viable. Some of these people were just kind of mean, though.
Yeah, it's the internet.
Just a little mean-spirited.
I will say that their offense reminds me a bit of like the 2017, 2018 Rockets when Chris Paul was there, where the objective was just the Mike D'Antoni, like, we're just gonna outscore everybody. Like, forget the defense. We're this good that we're just gonna run you off the court. But just more efficient than that offense. Like, that was just kind of like high powered, jack up the threes nonstop. They're just really, really good all around. So I still think that they're going to be a tough team in the playoffs, but they're in the ride or die in 5, so we'll be revisiting them. Anyway, moving to the next video. So Malin asked what NFL team had the best free agency, and there was a lot of conversation on this one. Malin, you picked the Cowboys.
I did.
And the folks in the comments
don't agree.
Did not agree.
Not at all.
There was people saying the Bears. A couple people said the Bears. Keon Smells 89 said the Patriots. It's a bad vote.
What a loser.
A couple people said the Lions. The Lions and the Panthers seem to be.
The Panthers have got some people. Didn't the Panthers get Miles Sanders?
Yes, they did.
Okay, so that like maybe happened the same day that I made my video. Yeah. All I'm saying is, like I said in the video, is it addition by subtraction without the Zeke? You got the Pollard, you got the. And to me, like when you're talking about giving up the compensatory picks, 5th rounders, 2 of them for Brandon Cooks and Gilmore, you're getting the best bang for your buck for those compensatory picks. Like, I know they're the Cowboys. We know they're going to fuck it up. Like, we know that they're not going to the Super Bowl. We know that they're going to eat dog shit at some point because Dak is still their quarterback. But as far as offseason goes so far, that's why I was saying it. But I can agree that the Panthers have been making some moves.
They have.
Lions been making a few moves as well.
Philly Sean says Dak will throw 20 or 30 interceptions.
Okay, first of all, Dak is not Brett Favre. He's not a Hall of Famer. So let's calm down.
25.
ZL one time says, "Yep, 14-3, then bounced."
Wasn't the last quarterback to throw 30 interceptions Jameis Winston? God, I love it.
It's the 30 for 30 himself.
Right.
I love it so much.
Yeah, I mean, it was kind of all over the place on that one. Let's go up.
Wearing the same hat.
Right. Let me go to YouTube for this next video. This is the Baker Mayfield one.
People love this one.
Yes. It's funny that you said we're in the same hat. Large Chicken Inc. says, "Great hat, go M's."
There you go.
There you go, right there.
Damn right. World Series.
Yeah, you asked, will Baker Mayfield, or how many games will the Bucs win with Baker Mayfield?
I said 4 at best.
Right, which I agree with. I think 4 sounds about right. A couple division wins in there.
5.
Nestor's on the upside there. Jason Aldridge says, "I'm thinking 9 or 10 games, maybe 11 if the defense plays well." Somebody needs to drug test Jason
what's his
Aldridge.
Name? Jason Aldridge. First of all, your analysis is as bad as Aldridge's knees in the NBA. That's
Jason is definitely in the 813 area code.
Yeah,
I think we can confirm that.
He's trying to buy Tom Brady's jock snap off of eBay
Offer
right now. OnlyFans.
Edward Soto, best Carolina 2 times this year. Maybe 2 years ago, but not now. He meant beat Carolina.
Because I said maybe twice. Okay, you know, there were some moves made after. I didn't know they had some of these people.
Right.
And CJ Stroud, I don't know what he's going to do. And we don't even know that Baker Mayfield is going to be the starter. It might even be Trask.
Which is sad. But
Trask might end up being the starter.
Oh, don't imagine the chaos.
The Hoff 4K says 7 wins, but more if they get one good receiver. Brady is old, and last year you could see his decision making was slower than years past.
Wait, one good receiver? What other receivers did they need? Did her get?
I don't know.
Yeah. You got Godwin and Evans.
Nestor says Miami.
Why are you greedy?
Thanks for that input. Lenny Johnson says 5 wins. That damn Davis boy says maybe 2.
Damn.
I'm never gonna attempt to pronounce your name. Says 10.
10.
6.
Okay.
And then Nestor again says Miami over the Cowboys. Nestor just uses these comments to spread his propaganda.
He's like, I know we haven't been talking about the mammals, so I'm going to let y'all know. Okay, so there seems to be a general consensus, though, on that one. Like 5 games. There's a couple of homers that are looking for some feed-only fans from Tom Brady that want 10 wins. Or maybe we're looking for Baker Mayfield-only fans. Like, I don't know.
Just noticed Nestor's comments came 2 minutes ago.
This man's too much.
As we're talking about it, trying to.
This man's like, listen, it's been like too long since we talked about the Dolphins.
It's all before the show.
He was like, listen, don't worry. Tua's skull is not developed any further than what it did last year. It's still soft as shit.
The doctor's molding it right now as we speak.
It was like, damn skull's softer than Play-Doh.
I mean, Tua just got a concussion trying to change the channel on the TV at home, so he's not going to be showing up for like camp.
I wouldn't be surprised.
His skull is made of silly putty back in the day. Good Lord.
Folks, all those comments come from at AFR Sports on Instagram and TikTok. So if you want to weigh in this coming week on our videos at AFR.
And look us up because we've been getting some views.
Yeah.
We've been getting 1,500, 1,600.
You guys have been watching.
2,000, 800. Like, listen, we don't talk nonsense just Wednesdays at 9:30. We spread it out throughout the week.
Right.
We save some for the diehards.
You think we can contain this to 1 day a week, folks?
Ain't no goddamn way.
Come on.
Look at the size of that fucking head.
There's 6 more days to put that head into.
Yeah. I don't know why God kept dashing on Shaq's forehead all 7 days he created the universe and the world.
We ran out of days.
But he did it.
Not enough days.
There's a reason why God rested on the 7th day. This shit right there.
Gassed.
Nestor.
Okay.
All right, let's go.
We got that out of our system.
Did we ever?
Maybe.
It's funniest show left. You got time.
Ride or die in 5. All right. Last week, we gave Shaq a lot of crap. I will say.
And we're tied again.
They're tied again.
We are back.
You guys'
tied.
fault.
We. Y'all doing it.
You know, we in this nonsense.
I will give Shaq his props. We went 4-1 this week. Oh, golf
My
clap
man.
for Shaq.
I'm
Fuck
trying to
Dallas.
I'm trying to make my way
Fuck the
back to.
Kings.
All right.
I just wanted to fall back so I could make another comeback and celebrate again.
There you go.
That's what I was doing.
Okay.
It was just strategic.
Nah. I see where you're at now. Okay.
All right. Look at them. They share the same time table on the same team.
I mean, how many times can I play We Are the Champions this year?
Yeah, folks. The records are as following. Malin 154 and 104. He went 3-2 last week. He is plus 50. I am 168 and 131. I went 2-3 last week, plus 37. Shaq 154 and 139. Like I said, he went 4-1, plus 15. Nestor 48 and 41. He was 2-3 last week, plus 6. G Money 70 and 65. Also 2-3 last week. He is plus 5. So that is where we all currently stand. Getting into the first game, we have the Cavs at the Nets tomorrow night at 7 o'clock. G Money, let's start with you.
Well, the Cavs just beat them. Yesterday?
Yep.
And it's strange because we're seeing a couple of teams playing back to back. Back to back homes, back to back aways, and that's not historically, that's not how the NBA does it. They don't have you play 2 games, against the same team. Not unless you're in the playoffs. As much as it pains me, I'm going to go Brooklyn. Even though they lost, I'm not sold on Cleveland as much as I would have, as much as I was at the beginning of the season. And Cleveland needs to show me they can win more than just 1 or 2 games on the road. I mean, I know they've won more than that, but they've got to show they can do more than that. They can win 4 or 5 or 6 games on the road because they're going to go in the playoffs. And if you can't win consistently on the road, you're losing. So give me Brooklyn.
Okay. G Money taking the Nets. Nestor.
Man, the Nets just let me down big time. They just look lost and highly undependable. Give me the Cavs. If they were playing the Heat, I'm not trying to be funny, but if they were playing the Heat, I would say they're going to lose to the Heat. Because I feel like the Heat has some type of dog in them sometimes. But the Nets, they just look horrible. So just give me Cavs.
I'm going to agree with Nestor. I'm taking Cleveland. The other night when they played, the Nets did out-rebound the Cavs, and they out-rebounded them heavily. I think they also won the turnover battle too, but the Nets have really struggled from the three-point line. Shot 27% on Tuesday night. If you're shooting 27% from 3, you're not winning that game. But these past few games, they've only shot 30-something, so they just are really struggling from deep. And it's a 3-point type game in the NBA now, so you got to be able to hit that. With that being said, though, gonna take the Cavs on the road again to beat them because I can't see the Nets 3-point shooting improving overnight that drastically. Even though it was only a 6-point difference yesterday, I think the Cavs will take care of business again on the road. So, Malin, you can go next.
Everything everybody else said, see a reason why you would take Brooklyn in this scenario. Just from the consistency standpoint.
Right.
Cleveland's been more consistent. Then you add on everything else that everybody else said. I mean, yeah, give me Cleveland. Let's go. Go Cavs. Good year, people. Make it happen.
No, I'm also going to choose Cleveland. It's hard for me to say Brooklyn.
You said no, then yeah. It's fine.
We haven't chose Brooklyn to do a damn thing productive for a while now, so.
All right, so everybody except G Money is taking Cleveland there. Let's go on to the next one. Suns at the Kings. Go ahead, Nestor.
Well, the last time I bet against the Kings, I lost. So I underestimated these guys. So give me the Kings. I think Phoenix is all over the place. KD's out. Devin Booker has shown that he can score 40-something points. His team will still lose. So give me the Kings because overall they're a better team. So yeah, Kings.
Yeah, I'm also going to take the Kings. Suns have been really slacking as of late. They've lost 4 of the last 5 games. The Kings, one thing I was going to mention when we were talking about the Celtics game, they, previous to that game, had been all over the place. Like, they played games in, like, Chicago, Denver. Like, they were just a lot of travel. I think that it kind of caught up to them in that end of the trip. I mean, we won fair and square. Don't get me wrong. I'm just saying, I think a lot of that was just kind of due to fatigue. Now that they've had some rest and are at home again, I think they'll take care of the Suns without a doubt. I think they've won or lost just one game in the month of March. Like, they've been 12-2 in the last 14 games. So they've been on fire as of late. So at home, Suns are struggling. They, outside of these last 2 losses they've had, typically are not. I think they'll take care of their business at home. So give me the Kings. Go ahead, Malin.
Yeah, I mean, as much as I think that Sacramento's defense is hot garbage, I'm looking at Phoenix right now. Right. Being down 3 points, 37-34 to LA with no LeBron. And we don't really ever know what type of Anthony Davis you're getting. They look good in those uniforms, though. They got the retro 90s going on there with Phoenix. But no, I got to take Sacramento because, first of all, if we're 7 minutes left in the second quarter and the Lakers already got their, Phoenix doesn't have much of a defense. Sacramento has a hell of an offense. So I'm taking Sacramento on this one.
Go ahead, Shaq.
Yeah, I'm going to choose also Sacramento. They've been very solid as of recently. And we all just because how wish-washy Phoenix is right now without one of their key players that they need to play. So
I love how this key player is. He's been on the team for a total of 12 minutes.
And he's played like a game.
Rolled his ankle at his home court. But we're all like, yeah, without Durant, they can't win. But we're all that way. Like, I'm shitting on all of us at this point. This ain't just a Shaq thing. We're all doing
It's true. Like,
yeah, we're like, well, you don't got Durant. You only had him for 3 games, but you guys can't win without him. We're smart.
Literally hasn't even played at home yet.
God damn.
Go ahead, G Money.
I mean, it warmed up at home.
Yeah, give me the Kings. I mean, offensively, they're the top offensive team in the league, and yeah, if they had a defense, it might be hot shit, but it's crap. I mean, they don't have a defense. They don't even have a defense. They don't play defense. They don't know what the word means. But they're playing Phoenix, and Phoenix doesn't know who they are right now. They really don't. They're not playing well. And as Malin said, KD's only been with them, well, probably only been on the court for like 30 minutes. But, it shouldn't, the Suns shouldn't be playing the way they're playing right now because KD isn't there. KD wasn't there for most of the season. So that's an excuse that just doesn't wash with me. something's going on with the Suns, and they're not playing well. And I don't expect them to play well against Sacramento.
I would just like to point out that I just saw a KFC commercial. They're bringing the Double Down back.
Yes, they are.
And that is 2 crispy chicken fillets as the bread. And they're adding bacon this time. I was trying to lose weight before Vegas. That
they're throwing it back to like 10 years ago.
Damn. Yeah, they're like, you know what? Screw health.
I remember when they came out the first time. I was like, damn.
It was good though.
Yeah, it was amazing.
I never have.
You feel your arteries clogging as you eat it, but it was a.
I mean, listen, if you had one back on the J, you'd be like 40 pounds heavier right now.
I just ate
Just one.
It's got that much to it.
Fried chicken is the bread?
They put cheese.
That's what
Yeah, it's like 5,000 calories.
God damn.
Maybe two ate one
without a drink.
Maybe two ate one of those.
They are hitting a market of a bunch of people who don't give a shit, and I'm one of them. That is God. Oh, it looks so good.
Back to the.
You eat that and you wash it down with a cup full of gravy. That's it, man.
Yeah, no, like mashed potatoes and gravy that you dip it in.
Oh Lord,
just
mercy.
Dip it in the potatoes.
And I miss American food.
Oh,
they would have you sign a contract if they were to sell it to you. When your heart stops, don't you come trying to sue us?
We are not liable. You can't get a double down in Colombia, Nestor.
You know what's crazy? I ate some really, really fucking good food the other day, but overall, I really miss old-fashioned, like stop your heart type food in the U.S.
That's great.
High cholesterol shit.
That's a great pause from the sports.
See,
we're making too good a time.
Yeah,
I forgot we're live.
Man's over there trying to bust a nut over some food.
I know. I was like, we're talking about food or girls at this point. What are we doing?
Can we not watch LeBron bite his nails? Is that something we cannot do?
Next game.
Yep, let's go.
We have the Sixers at the Warriors, also on Friday night. I'll go first here. I'm going to take the Warriors for the one fact they are at home.
Yes.
This team is there are two different teams.
Me
the
too.
Home Warriors is the away Warriors.
Yep.
And their record is almost completely indicative of those two numbers.
Yep.
Almost all those losses come on the road.
100%.
Almost all those wins come at home. They'll be at home. They'll be doing their thing. Steph Curry will be shimmying and sticking his tongue out, whatever.
Chewing on the mouthpiece.
Right.
Getting home cooking calls.
Right.
He can body block the shit out of whoever he wants at home.
He can probably punch Joel Embiid right in the face.
Probably can. I mean, I think Joel Embiid would murder him.
Yeah, there would be a little bit of repercussions there, but
I think he would stomp him into the ground. But I'm also taking Golden State. Because like you said, they're at home. They get home cooking with the officials. I don't know what it is about the new Oracle, whatever they want to call it, but
Chase Center.
They get some home cooking there.
Oh yes.
And you're right, like they just play different. I mean, forget about the fact that Wiggins is dealing with some shit.
Yeah, I don't know what it is.
Well, Shaq and I were talking about it. Apparently, one of Wiggins' friends has been impregnating his wife, so he don't even know if his kids are his kids.
What?
So that's that's
Yes. Have you not seen
you
drama?
Haven't seen this?
I just knew that he was out for some family-related matters.
Well,
Yeah, that's a family.
He
might not have them.
Might not even be his
Jesus.
family.
Take as much time as you need.
Exactly. Like I've been raising these kids, might be my friends' kids and girls, and no, we ain't doing that.
Andrew Wiggins, you never played another dribble. I completely understand.
Like if I woke up one day and I was like, damn, my kids are Shaqs, I was like, I should have known the size of the head when I was buying adult sized hats. I should have known that they weren't mine. Never mind the color of the skin. I could bypass that, but it's the size of the head. I was like, this kid's 3 years old and he's 7 1/4. Yeah, 7 1/4 for the 950. That's what we got.
Something's awry here.
Something's not making sense. You could rub as much cocoa butter as you want on a baby. It don't make them that dark. That is messed up. But no, so Wiggins is going through it.
Damn.
Yeah.
Jesus, man. G-Buddy just awesome.
Everybody pray for Andrew Wiggins. Lord have mercy.
Yeah, his friend just having kids with his own wife.
Sheesh.
Go ahead, Jack. That's some friendly
Oh,
fire right there.
Isn't that his girlfriend? They're not married.
I mean, I don't know if that makes it any better. But I mean, I guess it means that she don't get none of Wiggins' money when he leaves her ass.
Clean break.
Because they probably didn't have a prenup if they were married.
Nestor, you have a take on this? What's Andrew
Yeah,
Wiggins do,
Nestor, go ahead. You're about to get married. How confident are you right now?
What are we talking about? Prenups or like?
If you want.
I mean, I don't know. Do you got any friends down there in Colombia?
I mean,
I have.
Wi-Fi, so.
All I would say is I have sorted all my assets in a way that I don't need to sign a prenup.
Yeah, just kept it in the States.
Don't let your girl.
A pair of drawers and that's it.
Okay, first of all, if his girl listens to the episode, we ain't ever gonna see him again.
Hopefully, she didn't.
This man has
hear
a-
that,
Because Nestor is about to be in a dark room with some noise on the
guys.
outside, and there's going to be one swinging light. And he's not going to understand why he doesn't have the use of his hands because they're going to be tied behind his back.
The man has one PlayStation shirt and one bottle of alcohol to his name over there.
And now that bottle of alcohol is running out. I don't have much.
I kind of feel like that's been an SOS the entire time. He's like, hey guys, I need help because I've only had this one bottle. I'm trying to make it last and it's almost out.
His only source of hydration is his bottle of alcohol.
Help me.
I could always go to the dentist. Anyway, next
no,
match.
that's how Wiggins' family got fucked up. Is somebody went to the dentist.
Somebody was at that dentist a little too much. These kids came in perfect teeth already.
Are we in a ride or die in 5 right now? Are we?
What are we talking about?
I don't even remember what game we're talking about. What game are we on right now?
We got to talk about
Dolphins versus Cowboys.
We all
Dolphins versus Cowboys.
We all picked,
Snooze fest.
We all picked the Warriors. Wait, did you want to go?
No, I don't think these three have gone. Shaq, who is your pick?
Go ahead. I'm going to take the Golden State Warriors. Purely because, like you said, at home, they're a different demon than.
How did we get to that from the Warriors?
To Nestor's future kid with shiny teeth.
No, like G Money has drilled it into us how bad they are on the road that you have
say that every
no
week.
point but to pick them in when they're at home. He's drilled that road record in.
Yeah, because they are they are
Terrible.
horrendous on the road.
Horrendous.
And it amazes me when I hear and read people going, just wait till the playoffs, I'll turn it on. No, they fucking won't turn it on.
Nope.
No, what you see is what
Turn
you
it
get.
off.
At this point in the season, if a team is bad, it's bad. It's not going to all of a sudden flip a switch and become, what they were last year. Not going to happen.
Nestor.
Philly's not bad away. Actually, pretty good away. And they have Embiid.
Wait, okay.
Any
Wait,
team-
wait,
Let
no,
him
no.
cook. He's going to do all this and still pick Golden
hold on.
State.
I know he's still going to pick Golden State. But G Money has been writing how good Golden State is at home for so long, and then Nestor says one sentence about how Philly's good on the road, and I saw G Money go, yep, they're good, and I'm like, no, we don't, no, that doesn't make sense.
Add some salt. Add some Lowry's.
No, seriously.
Go ahead. Tell us why you're picking Golden State. Tell us why you're taking Golden
Look at
State.
Philly's. Look at Philly's last
He's
five.
taking
But
Golden State.
just look at their last five.
He's taking
But you know what?
100%.
I'm a firm believer that they will turn it on. Give me Golden State.
Exactly. I told you he's taking
There it
Golden
is.
State. That man.
It's like
Whatever team comes out of his mouth first is not the team he is picking.
he will hype them up for 5 minutes. The last 2 seconds of the speech. You know what? They're great, amazing, unbeatable. But I'm gonna choose Golden State. That's all I'm gonna say. It's like
Might be the same with the sisters. Whichever. No, I'm not gonna do that.
Game.
All right, let's go
Saturday
ahead.
night. Saturday
her
night.
Wi-Fi is better.
No one has sisters. Milwaukee
I mean, somebody does.
at Denver. Malin, what
What?
do you like here?
Oh,
Hold
really?
it.
Oh, I'm
You
going
kind of
Milwaukee.
skipped me.
Well, no, you
That's
said
okay.
Golden State.
I thought you said Golden
No. No.
State. Who is your favorite
No.
team?
I'm taking Philly
Oh,
because they have the best road record, and Golden State.
Fuck the rest of us up.
Remember
So-
this, Malin. You and I watched that game against Milwaukee when Milwaukee didn't have Giannis,
You see what you did in that
and
scene?
Milwaukee almost won that game. Well, guess what? Philly
Yes.
has Embiid, and he is dead set on winning that MVP.
which he's the front runner now. He is the front runner for the MVP, which he needs to.
And
win.
then
That's
you
because
guys-
nobody wants to vote
The-
for the
hey,
Joker.
listen, I'm just saying the Joker rashy ass does not to stop itching when I say rash.
You say
The Joker's
No,
rashy ass is not gonna get a three-peat. I kind of feel like I need to start doing the show remotely at this point. Too much itching going on.
Okay, are we all switching picks or are you?
Nobody else is switching anything.
I mean, I didn't know y'all heard me correctly.
Are we just gonna
Heard
ignore
you.
the fact that G Money was talking about how good the Warriors were at home to the point we thought he was picking the Warriors?
G Money was
And
doing
then
some
we
cooking
just
too.
didn't even let him pick.
He was-
just assumed.
He was doing what you.
The cooking smelled so good. We just bought it right there.
Oh.
Like, oh shit, I'm picking the
No,
Warriors.
that's true.
Let's not forget about it. Acting like 2052, we're gonna hear from Shaq in the future about how he makes these picks because the goddamn forehead. And it's gonna be a
Yeah,
reverb.
Philly's winning.
Okay. So the Bucks at the Nuggets.
It's like an Interstellar thing. You seen the movie Interstellar?
Right.
Yeah,
Great
it's,
movie.
it's kind of what that is.
God dang.
When he visits his past self.
This man's gonna be behind a bookcase, pushing out books trying to tell people what to vote for.
I felt like you've done more talking about anything else other than the Rider 9-5 in the segment. I feel like you spent 30 seconds talking about sports and everything else about this man that
I
is.
kind of feel like I haven't made a lot of forehead jokes lately. There's been a few good ones that came to mind, and I kind of feel like America wants to hear them.
Because we're talking about other things like Japan and
Nessa's
Okay, well,
future
they
kids have
deserve to
great
get
dental
new.
care.
Like, I don't know. Like, what do you want? Japan, like, you deserve Nagasaki in here.
I'd
Oh,
like you to make a pick on the Milwaukee Bucks
Not
and
that
the
you
Denver
deserve it.
Nuggets.
Didn't I do that?
No.
No, we haven't touched it. We went backwards, actually.
We spilled back to the other games. Talk about
You
it.
guys want to go back to Japan? We just want to talk about Japan a little bit.
So about
Want
the
to
news.
bomb Pearl Harbor? Get what you get.
All right. Just in case I didn't say enough to get us canceled. Let me
Yeah. All right. So what am I picking?
The Bucks at the Nuggets.
Wait, we were just talking about Golden State again. Wait, am I going first on this one?
Yes, you are.
Oh, okay, 100%.
Wait on you.
There we go. I'm taking Milwaukee because I think Giannis is going to do exactly what Embiid did to the Joker, rashy ass syphilis Denver Nuggets.
So now we're just assuming.
No, they got it. It's Denver. There's a lot of
There's no-
altitude, not a lot of humidity. There's a lot of dry skin. Don't worry about it. No, it's what's gonna happen. The Joker is losing the MVP race. Giannis is gonna give Embiid a little boost because they're gonna whoop that ass.
Okay. Shaq.
Yeah, go ahead and give me Giannis and company. I firmly believe that they're trying to keep their spot that they got going into playoffs right now, and they're gonna make a point of beating the gentleman that's in this race for MVP. So I firmly believe they're gonna go ahead and win this game.
I mean, hasn't Denver only won like 20% of the games in the last 15?
They've been pretty bad.
They've been
recently.
bad.
Yeah. G Money.
Yeah, give me Milwaukee.
Damn right.
Is that your final answer?
No,
Yeah,
that's
my final answer.
that's the real answer. That's not the assumed answer. We assumed
I'm not
who we
even
was
going to
taking
go
before.
into road records and home records or anything like that.
You gotta make sure this.
No, we
certain here.
assumed what he was going to pick last week.
Right.
We didn't
You didn't actually
ask
say
him.
it. He just made a lot of points in one.
The
direct-
two remote people that we have are making this.
Yeah, right. Nestor, what are you cooking up today?
I can't say anything good about Denver. The trick, you guys. Bucks.
Oh, no.
Yeah, I'm also gonna go with Milwaukee.
There you go.
There's
Give me that look like I was stupid when I said Milwaukee, but that's fine. Go ahead, take them.
well. So far we're all agreeing except G Money, who's defecting on the Philly and Golden State game and the Cleveland Brooklyn game. I'll throw that out there. Last
Word
game.
of the day, defecting.
It's a good word.
Well, he took that personally. You need the defect, Nestor.
You do need to defect.
You need to be that backup catcher from Cuba. Just stay your ass home.
That's right.
He said, that's right. Take a sip of bourbon. That's America. That's what we do. All right, so we're talking about
Last game.
Chicago and the Lakers.
Yes. Shaq, who do you like on this one?
I feel like y'all always give me the most.
Oh, we will. If you take the Lakers, I can give you some shit.
Oh God, no, I'm not picking the Lakers.
Yeah, well, they're playing right
Oh,
now.
relax, relax.
45-46.
Kevin Durant's team, they're
Who's not on the court?
That's been on board.
And they can't even show for his proper haircut. So he's choose that.
All right, so you're taking Chicago.
Yes, I'm taking Chicago Lakers, the most inconsistent team. That's why right now they're in a position at the end. The Lakers at the bottom of the.
Did you hear us mention Alonzo Ball's having his knee replaced?
He can be having the whole neck
He's having
replaced.
a cartilage transplant.
He can have his whole spine replaced right now.
His whole knee is being replaced, Malin.
Yeah, I mean, but he hasn't played since January 2022 anyway, so that's not really something.
January 2022.
It's true. He was only supposed to be out 6 to 8 weeks, and here we are in March of 2023. His bitch ass still ain't played.
6 to 8 weeks turned into a whole year.
Year and 2 months. 14 months.
And I swear, if it,
I don't think Lonzo has the right to be involved in these picks. I don't think it makes a difference. They've had some time to adjust, is all I'm saying.
Yeah, that's true. Well, Shaq's taking Chicago. G Money, who are you taking?
Well, this isn't 1992 with the Bulls versus the Lakers, which would make it a must-watch game. This is 2023 Chicago. No fucking clue who's on that team. And the Lakers, really, except for Unibrow, I don't think LeBron's playing. But I'm going to take the Lakers because why? Because Chicago's a hot mess.
They are hot mess.
They don't win on the road. And right now, I think the Lakers are up by 10 over the Suns.
All right.
Playing good basketball.
Listen, right now, I'm going to put it on the line.
this man is really trying to beat me and get
Shaq.
one up on me by choosing Lakers. Put this on record. This man is choosing the Lakers.
Yeah.
I hate this whole entire
Last time,
oh, Scott.
it was the Miami Heat that got me one up.
It did.
This time is gonna be the unibrow LA Lakers.
I don't know why the
They'll
unibrow-
get me one up on this man once again. It's gonna have putting on the line all the confidence in the world.
They're gonna win this game. They play on Friday against the Thunder. They'll lose that one. Then they win on Sunday.
Yeah. Oh yeah. They'll definitely lose to the Thunder.
Right.
But they're gonna beat the Bulls.
They're beating
100%.
Bulls.
Book it, Dano.
That's just real quick. That's my pick.
Yeah.
Give me the Lakers. Nestor.
Kind of assumed we were talking. You weren't leaving much.
I was
No,
I was
suspense novel.
going back and forth on this one because if you look at what Chicago has done in their past 3 games, they've done really good.
So he's choosing Lakers.
They look pretty consistent. but
This man's taking
here's the
Lakers.
only reason. Here's the only reason I'm not choosing Chicago, and that's because DeMar DeRozan is out, and that's a key point in their balanced attack. That's a key point.
You
So
you
give me
need a
Lakers.
new MO at this point, Nestor. Like
That's the
you
European
can't-
shit for doing all
th-
that.
This rope a dope shit only worked for Ali one time. You can't. We know who you're picking the moment you say one team's name. We know you're picking the other team.
This man is like, I'm fresh
I
out of the
would've
shower.
picked the
I brought the
Lakers.
condom
I mean,
with me. I'm
the
prepared.
Chiefs, the Bulls.
I'm going to bed. I gotta sleep.
So is Shaq the only one that picked Chicago?
Yes, that's because they're all petty.
Wait,
This little circle jerk y'all got going on over here.
Yeah, but you can't just let G Money pick, right?
Yes, he picked, and he went ahead and picked LA.
He did pick
Okay, so you're the only one.
Yes, this little circle jerk the four of y'all got trying to entertain each other about Lakers.
I gotta be a circle jerk because you're not invited.
You mad at us? You literally said if you pick the Lakers. You literally said if you pick the Lakers, I'm gonna give you a hard time.
You could
I
have been a
don't-
part of this party. You might
No, if-
not have brought a lot to the table, but you could have been a part of it.
If I would pick the Lakers, immediately. If I would pick the Lakers, y'all would have. All right.
If the Lakers lose, I'm gonna send hate mail to Anthony Davis.
Y'all go ahead and that nuke that y'all dropping on Japan. Go ahead and split it up on that.
I want to see Anthony Davis' reaction when he gets hate mail from Colombia.
It made it
In Spanish.
He's reading. He's reading it. Is there toothpaste on this?
Okay, first of all, is this man not known? Is he not see Brown play? Like, what is the mask that he's wearing? That is like a vintage LeBron James 2010 or Hamilton. That's a vintage Hamilton
Yeah, he's got the
mask. You know that man don't got money. Look at him.
Is that Lil Wayne sitting? What
Yeah,
is
a
this?
little bit.
Probably is.
That man ain't got that's NBA issued. That is not.
Well,
all right.
That
Good
will
stuff.
round us
Sorry,
all out.
Little biscuit.
I hope I win this game. If I lose every other game this week and just win that one, it's just for shits and giggles. It'll be all right.
So if I go
But if
1 and
that
4,
happens-
but
I go
get
1 and
this
4.
one.
Now remember, that's going to be Sunday. We'll know, so that leaves Monday and Tuesday, and most of Wednesday for shit talking to ensue. So you
Turn
know.
my phone off.
Which one? And hey, I just want to point this out before we all leave. Okay. Final 4 brackets.
Right.
Some of y'all lost some people in the Final 4. My Final 4 is intact. Whoever picked Alabama and Miami just to win it.
First of all, the fact that you looked at
Yeah,
me
yeah.
as soon as you said Miami.
We made one pick.
Yeah, you picked Alabama, he picked Miami.
Right.
Some of us actually picked 4 teams to make the Final 4. You guys just like, hey, let me get the hot pick. But yeah, my Final 4 is still in.
You love the hate, don't you?
Is
Yeah.
any G Money Nestor, your pick still in fact?
They both lost
remember.
Purdue.
No, I mean I lost. Purdue got knocked out in the
they
very
both had
first
Purdue
round,
in the Final
which I
4.
really shouldn't have picked them because
No, we shouldn't have.
they've gotten beat
Terrible.
by a 15 seed. They've
Yep.
gotten beat by a 14 seed. And now they got beat by a 16 seed. So next year when they come in the tournament, a bunch of fucking handicapped kids are going to beat them.
Texas and Virginia. So
Okay, I just want to point out we did not
Roll it-
say we did not
roll
say,
it in on a 6-seater.
we did not say paraplegics, so they don't get the advantage of the wheelchairs. They just maybe have some Down syndrome, and
Bunch of helmet wearing.
might need to-
They got
And
2
yet they
as
still
a
beat
driver.
them at the
and their
buzzer
head
with
would
a
look
3.
just like yours, Shaq. The
Handicap was a large array.
it is nowadays, isn't it?
Yes.
Damn.
What is this show?
Anyway, go ahead, Nestor. What were you saying?
Wait, is Virginia still in?
No, nope.
Yeah,
They got bounced.
they're out too.
Oh,
Yeah,
dang.
so, yeah,
Oh,
only
you
have
actually you
two
picked
fucking
Virginia?
Yeah, he's down to 50% of his picks.
You picked Virginia? Oh,
That's fine because Texas is gonna win it.
He's still saying
Doesn't
Texas wins
matter.
it all.
Texas.
so.
Okay, so I'm just saying that Alabama, Tennessee, Houston, and Gonzaga are still alive right now.
They are.
So if we get here next year,
And Alabama wins it
we're
all.
the elite. No, Tennessee. I
Alabama.
went off on a limb. I shouldn't have. I should have said Alabama. But I was like, so many people saying Alabama, I don't want to be like everybody else. So I went with a 4 seed. That was fucking stupid. But yeah, so Alabama,
Not
Tennessee, Houston,
necessarily.
Gonzaga. Well, I mean,
They're,
listen,
they're playing well. I
Can-
mean, and
everybody that plays for Tennessee
Thank you,
looks like
G-Money.
everybody they're going to play against looks like they're their child. Like, that's the crazy thing about Tennessee. They look so grown ass that everybody they play against, like, you know, who's your mom? I don't.
So what if
I don't
what if
know who
Miami
you met.
beats Houston?
It's not gonna happen.
It's Houston.
It's not gonna happen.
Shaq
Not
would be
gonna
a
happen.
Very happy man in
Yeah.
that case.
That's not gonna happen.
No, it could happen.
Yours and Nestor's dreams are gonna die with that one. I mean, you only made one pick, Shaq,
Jalen also did one pick. Why are we Mike?
but he picked the best team.
That bandwagon.
Yeah, a little bit.
I mean,
It is
A little
bandwagon.
bit. This man picked Alabama.
it seems like
I don't know
that.
if he's picking football or basketball at this point. He just said Alabama.
Oh, basketball.
Probably think
mean-
Nick Saban's coaching the basketball team.
I know who's not coaching it.
Hey, Andrew Miller.
Bill
well,
Right.
if
Hey,
he were coaching, his starting guard wouldn't be playing
yeah, I tell you what, like Bryce Young ain't
because
bringing
there's no
guns to
such thing
people
as
to
wrong
shoot
place,
people.
wrong time.
Yeah.
What are we
If-
talking about?
Oh, you don't know about Anthony Miller from Alabama?
No.
His friend called him and said, "Hey, I need you to bring this gun to where I'm at." And 30 minutes later, that man used that gun to shoot his girlfriend. But yet Anthony Miller is still playing basketball.
What the hell?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. So I'm glad you made that pick. You're a good family man.
Okay.
It's like R. Kelly didn't do it. He's normal.
He didn't piss on people, man. He just brought a gun, Shaq.
Is that any better than the peeing on? street?
Actually, I think peeing on people is more disrespectful. You gotta look somebody in the eyes and shoot them.
I mean,
You can look
still-
somebody in the
I
eye.
know,
No,
piss on
because
them.
if you're peeing on somebody, their eyes better be fucking closed. All right. So,
What are you talking about?
This show has gone on 30 minutes longer than it should have.
better not be taking no open eye pee syndicate. No, better close that shit.
By
Let's
the way, the Warriors just won on the road, so
Oh,
throwing that out there.
was that 5, 6?
Right.
It's single digit.
2 points.
What is that man wearing?
I'm more worried about his company to his right.
That was.
It's in this show.
What was that? I think I saw that back in the 80s at my grandma's house. I think that was some drapes.
Oh,
By the
shit.
way, guys, the Heat beat the Knicks.
Oh,
Throwing that out there.
Oh,
congratulations.
yeah, a team that could have Julius Randle score the third most points in
Right.
Knicks history and still lose
50,
and lose his fucking mind at the end of the game.
Because he couldn't rebound the goddamn
You
ball.
beat that team. Jesus.
Congratulations.
Willis Reed died because of that game, okay? He saw that game. And he was like,
Just
you
croaked.
scored 57 points. You still lose? Fuck it. We ain't ever going to win again. I ain't holding on for this shit. He died.
57 points, but you can't go get one lousy rebound in the
That might have been inappropriate. Willis Reed was a great man and a great basketball player, but he still gave up all hope when that game happened. Like, died the day after.
He did.
Okay, let's
Shaq
go ahead and end
is-
the show. Right.
He's enjoying the ESPN host right now.
What, the
Anyway.
guy in the flannel?
Yep.
Man's got he's wearing my grandma's curtains.
We're gonna end the show now. We're not talking about anything. G Money left. And
She was like tired of hearing y'all.
Peace.
Thank you all
We
for
don't know
watching.
that we'll see Nestor next week.
Listening.
We'll pray for you, Nestor.
Pray for Nestor.
I feel like we say that every week.
I'm
Week to week.
I'm gonna be in a desert.
Well, God is answering prayer.
Every week.
Every
Comes
week.
back.
Listen.
I mean, dig him a deeper hole in hopes they can continue to crawl out of it.
Mentioned Anthony
Not-
Davis getting a letter with toothpaste.
Not for nothing, but it looks like Nestor plays more Destiny than Morgan right now with that headset on.
You guys will 1v1 each other. We'll find out who's the better.
I mean, maybe the whole double.
Hey, he's back. We got you money back. Got the legend.
We'll see you all next
Right
week.
before we leave.
This show will never end.
Anybody know AD's address?
It's not even 11:30. We're asking like we're acting like this is the longest episode we've ever.
We've been
had.
doing good on time as of late, and
But
now
the thing
here
is,
we
the
go.
problem is, we have not talked about anything according to the agenda in the past, like I feel like 30 minutes.
No, we talked about Andrew Wiggins' so family. Talked about Nestor, Anthony Davis, and Dennis. Talked about.
Oh, he lives in LA.
All right.
Where else would he live?
This man's just creeping on people.
I was like, no shit. Of course he lives in LA. Wilshire Boulevard. Okay, Anthony Davis. You don't come through. Swear to
Well,
God.
we know the internet works in Colombia.
He got no AC, but he can look up anything he wants. So it's
Like, why is he scratching his back shoulder? What's happening over there?
I was thinking about
Nope. Don't
Joker.
say it.
Shit
No.
about the rashness.
Yep, rashy ass.
Thinking about his dentist massage.
Man run up and down the court 3 times his whole skin.
By the way, I actually
yeah, now
have to go to the
Jalen's itching. Why are you scratching? What the hell?
Catch it whenever Nestor has some gloves.
Oh, dry ass people. Some lotion.
dry ass.
G-Buddy's like, what the fuck are these people you talking about? It's like, I leave for 2 minutes to go pee and come back and y'all the whole problem. Talking about rashy ass
Everybody
people.
over here itching, making me nervous. Started in
I don't think
Colombia,
I've ever
hit
seen
this
dry
studio.
titties.
I don't. Why is he talking about dry titties? Scratching his
Because I
back.
think I
What
caught
is
him
going
still
on
alive.
with your back?
Okay, we'll see you all next week. Thank you for watching.
That's the problem
guys.
because nurses are nasty.
Man got a third
Yeah,
nipple
fair
on his right shoulder
You gotta stay
blade.
away from nurses.